Will his newfound powers be enough for Eddie Brock to turn back the tide of darkness that is Knull, or is it all too late? Let's hop into the pages of King in Black issue number 5, the grand finale of this series, and find out together, shall we? So then, what you gotta understand about this issue is that Donny Cates starts stuff at 11 and pretty much does not stop for the entirety of the duration. We see Silver Surfer getting ready for his big epic climactic rematch with Knull. The god of the symbiotes goes out of his way to talk down to Norrin Radd, saying that he is a little light that he will take pleasure in snuffing out. For even if the Captain Universe powers have picked a brand new champion, it does not matter, for wherever light goes, darkness is never far behind. The Avengers are here to back up the Silver Surfer, and they make one last great heroic charge, which is the style of these big crossover series, only here's the thing, the newly resurrected Eddie Brock stops them and says, you know what guys, I got this. And indeed becoming the newest recipient of the amazingly powerful Captain Universe abilities, yeah, I think he absolutely has got this one. Naturally, Eddie chose not to wear the blue and white suit, instead opting for something that just looks like his old Venom costume, but if it was on fire all the time, gotta say, it's a solid look. But wait, there's more. If you thought Eddie wasn't powerful enough, guess what? He has one a hell of a trump card up his sleeve. You see, at that moment, he summons to him the Silver Surfer surfboard, as well as Thor's own hammer Mjolnir. They leave it kind of open-ended as to how exactly Eddie is capable of this feat, whether or not it's the Captain Universe powers that allows him to override Norrin and Thor's abilities, though personally I like to think the hammer is actually being wielded by Eddie as a sign of his completed character journey in the Donny Cates run. Eddie then combines the hammer and the surfboard to form a giant glowing fiery battle axe that just so happens to be in the same shape of the Venom symbol because I mean why not? But hey, it's not just over-the-top spectacle, this story also does a good job harkening back to the beginning of Cates' own Venom series, as Eddie thinks to himself that he is indeed the man of a million second chances, and that he shouldn't be here right now, that the world shouldn't be resting on his shoulders, but it is, and that he's gonna positively give it his all, because hey, he's the king of comebacks, and he's ready to show Knull what that really means. The god of symbiotes sends absolutely everything he has Eddie's way, from his big dragons to his many swords, and one by one they all get cut down by Captain Universe Venom. In fact, at this point the fight is barely even fair. Knull tries to run away only to have Eddie cut his way through the swath of symbiotes to Knull himself. Of course, Knull isn't gonna go down that easily, and Eddie figures if he's gonna finish this fight once and for all, the fight that's always been his, he's gonna do so with a nice little bit of irony attached to it. He strips Knull of his own symbiote before throwing him off a high ledge, much in the same way Knull did to him. Feeling that his end may truly be upon him, Knull goes out of his way to tear open a very tender wound for Eddie, saying that even if he manages to destroy him, the evils of the Void will still be out there to try and claim his son. And while that may indeed be true, that's a bridge Eddie's gonna have to cross when he gets to it. First things first, though, wiping Knull off the map for good, and to do that, they both end up taking a trip to the center of the sun. Man, you know, if you told me when this Donny Cates book started at one point Venom would go to the center of the sun with an evil Lovecraftian god from the depths of space, I probably wouldn't believe you, and yet here we are. Knull is completely burned away in the heat of the sun, and because of that, all the different symbiote thralls he had under his control end up getting themselves free. Eddie is the hero of the day, doing what no one really thought a former villain like him could ever be capable of, but his job is not done yet. There's still the matter of Dylan, the one he's been fighting for this whole time. There is still a small piece of Knull inside Dylan, and the symbiote hive mind is calling out to him right now, and it's truly excruciating. To save his son, Eddie ends up having to do some very dangerous super surgery. Using the power of Captain Universe, Eddie burns out that piece of Knull inside his son, and after that, well, the powers have done their good need for the day and decide to move on. Before they go, though, the powers do end up leaving Eddie with some very kind parting words, saying that he doesn't need the light to protect him anymore, that he has become something else, something different, and something, well, beautiful in its own way. A father, a hero, a not-so-lethal protector, take your pick, really. This also means Eddie just isn't simply reunited with his son, but he's reunited with his original Clintar suit partner. It's a happy day for everyone involved. With Knull dead, the Clintar are finally free free as a race to self-determine and become what they always wanted to be. But here's a rather unforeseen side effect of all of this. You see, with Knull dead, someone has to anchor the hive mind, someone has to become the new god of symbiotes, and well, they all got together in shows, and it looks like Eddie just got himself one hell of a promotion as the comic comes to a close. And so that was King in Black issue number 5, everybody, and if you couldn't tell, this issue is positively balls to the walls from beginning to end. A gloriously indulgent, over-the-top exclamation point to Donny Cates' run on the Venom series. God help you if you picked up this book just thinking it was the next big fun Marvel event and haven't been reading the main Venom book, because if not, I get the feeling this finale's not going to do much for you. But if you're like me and have been keeping up with Venom since it started, then you probably thought this was kick fucking ass, because I know I sure did. It's not particularly flowery or in-depth because, well, it wasn't trying to be. It was just trying to be a big action-packed blow-off to this big action-packed series, and I think it succeeded in that. And if you do want more actual character-focused blow-off, then I'm sure you can go read the new Venom book that came out this week that will no doubt be dealing with the fallout. Overall, I'd give this one a 9 out of 10. I was very satisfied with this conclusion. I mean this as a true compliment when I say that Donny Cates and company have actually managed to truly capture the feeling that I had as a young boy jamming Toy Biz action figures together, which is why I give this one a very positive 9 out of 10, and I hope they put that quote on the dust jacket, dagnabbit.
Hey there everyone, Cape Joel again, and I want to thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. As always, if you liked what you see, be sure to like, subscribe, comment. It really helps drive engagement and helps me out too. Also, if you are a patron, which you can become for as little as $1 a month, you will get exclusive content that no one else can ever see, and you'll get to see the Comic Multiverse podcast before anyone else too. You can check out all this and more down in the description. And until next time everyone, this has been Cape Joel, and I'll see you all next time. Cheers.